sitting here wondering what to speak about, and then I'm waiting and waiting, and then I hear, oh, well, how are you doing right now? How are you doing right now, Sandra? How are you doing right now? In your depth, in your core. When you bring into your awareness the very thoughts you wake up to, the very thoughts you think the moment you wake up, as to waking up and realizing, oh, this is where I am. This is where I am. I'm in a place along the journey where something really great's about to happen, but I'm waiting for it. In the meantime, it's like I'm in this energy of change is coming, but the energy itself is like, I'm hearing, it's like a platform. It's like a platform of heaviness, nothingness, heaviness, like almost like when we're seeing somebody clean out a wound and they're getting all the nasty, crappy, pussy, awful stuff and charred glass or whatever out, and then you wash it clean, and then you put on some polysporin or something and a Band-Aid, and then you leave it and you trust it's going to heal. It's like everything's falling down, everything's being released and let go. And why this is important is we're cleaning the slate. We're cleaning the slate. So it's like I see Mother Goddess picking up all her kids and all the darkness and all the, those who are not of the frequency of the planet. She just like shoves her arms like side to side, like little, those army men used to put on the world, playing Risk, just wiping all the darkness away and then gently putting all of her little lights down back on the earth. And how wonderful that is, that we're going to get a new beginning. And so much awareness is very much focused when you go on Telegram and other platforms. So much energy is very much focused. This is what's happening over here. This is what's happening here. This is happening here. And to make the differentiation that this is what's happening in the lower frequencies right now, and it creates a lot of drama. And so you're hearing a lot of drama. And you're going, how much do I get involved in the drama? And then people are saying, don't get involved in the drama. It's just a movie. Just watch it. It has to take place. So being able to go, oh, so don't get involved in the drama. Don't react to what you're seeing or reading or whatever, even though everyone's reporting on it. Don't react to it. Just observe it. But I find the more you focus on that, that's where you hang out. Like that's your frequency. I'm hanging out in 3D, focusing all my energy in what's transpiring there and all the groundwork that's being done. And those are people going in doing the cleanup that I spoke of earlier that need to be honored. But you're called to do what you're meant to do for the whole. You might be on cleanup committee for the whole. You might be on restorative committee, restoring our, trying to make sense of all the truth coming out and of our religious beliefs. You might be in charge of the educational beliefs shifting. You might, the setup of things, like you might be called to be moms and dads to kids that don't have any moms and dads. There could be so many things that you're called to do right now that have changed and shifted. And letting go means, but I've got a job and I work here and I make this. And it's like this higher sense of knowing comes over you. And then you go, oh, well, you don't really even question. You just do it. You just go, all right, I guess I'll be doing that. Because you want to. You'll feel it. You'll just go and do it. So having the idea and maintaining it of we're starting over, the clean slate, that let's start anew, where do we go from here? So you want to take all the good advice you've learned from all the sages, all the Native Americans, everyone who's passed wisdom down. Now we want to accumulate that wisdom and we want to incorporate it into what do we really want to see, because most of us are younger, have no time frame, can't remember the Ed Sullivan show and the big beautiful eyes of everybody who is awake and not asleep yet, sitting in the audience like children, full of trust and wonder and just happy to be at a theater. And at the Ed Sullivan show, oh my God, it was a huge thing. Everyone was so happy to be there. I look at those pictures and I think, oh my God, that's how happiness looks. That's how trusting people look. This is how we truly are in our essence. Yeah, they pan the audience and, watch some Ed Sullivan reruns and see their faces, and you'll see the innocence. You'll see the innocence. And that's what's been taken from us. That's what's been fiendish. Fiendish is to have that beautiful energy of innocence that we all bring in with us taken from us. And that energy of innocence is being exploited and taken away from our children and from us. And it's like people aren't even aware of it. They're not even seeing it, what they're doing. So to bring that back, to marvel at that energy and be aware of what innocence feels like, childlike innocence and trust. Man, they can teach us so much on how to do that when they come in and they're younger. They just have a trusting, beautiful energy that was manipulated and stolen. And so it's up to us to remember it and share what it's like to have that compassion and to have that innocence, that childlike innocence. It's the feminine principle coming in and saying, there's such a beauty in innocence. Have you felt the energy of innocence lately? And then try to remember your own innocence. The naivety that kept you safe from having to worry about things you couldn't possibly understand or fix. And that this wonderful energy protected you and kept you innocent and kept you safe. And as long as you were in your innocence, you were cared for. But if there's a energy that exists on the planet and it comes out as robbing you of that innocence and taking that innocence from you, how can we rebound? How can we restore it if it's been taken away? Is it possible to restore innocence? Yes, I think trust restores innocence. I think if we can establish a world where we can trust the weatherman's right when they tell us we can trust this, we can trust ourselves really to go outside and go, hey, I know what it's going to be like today. I can feel it. I can see the clouds. I can read the energies, the winds, the trees, and make our own assessment of what the day will be like, truly being in touch with the land. Yeah, so more self-reliant, right? Rather be told the weather, we know the weather because we're feeling it and respecting it and just enjoying what shows up without arguing with it. Yeah, we're talking about how to restore innocence. And the loss of innocence is such a sad thing because it helps to buffer out all the things that aren't okay in the world. But that's the old world. And when we shift our thoughts, oh yeah, it's okay now. Everything's okay now. The world's a safe place. We're protected. We're looked after. We are looked after. So what fun do you want to create today? What fun do you want to create today? I've been deliberating, sharing why it is that we're all like little children. Why is it that it's more important for us to be looked after than to look after ourselves? How have we been conditioned that our taking care of is outside of ourselves? And that's where we are to move into, is self-reliance, meaning you can do this, you can figure it out. You can become an adult now. You've been a child for too long, and now the facts are that we need the grown-ups to come up. So it's safe to be a grown-up now. It's time to look after yourself and learn how to do that and enjoy the process of it. Enjoy the process of it. The death of the self is what lands you in hell. Waking up to the fact that it's the worst place you ever thought it could be, filled with demons eating you and fires from hell and devils and all those things. It's like we're in it. And it's how to get out of it. And how you get out of it is accept that that's what really is. And your journey is climbing out from that up into heaven. And that's what we're here to do.